Boom. Brown chicken, brown cow. Okay. Yeah. So I will take away the one afraid. So now I've got that sorted. Yeah, let's look back at skills. So there isn't a whole lot that I actually need to do now because Lumen, you need to have 100 in sense magic, resist magic, and weld magic, I believe, to beat the war fleet with Lumen powers. So if you don't have it, then you are pretty much screwed by that point. By next week. So yeah, I'm trying to think what I want to do now because I don't really know. Might learn some more law and divination actually. Because why the fuck not? So we've only got about 5 more weeks left. I think there's only 40 weeks left, or 40 weeks in total, I mean. Yeah. So this is all about the lumen. Oh, only the Duke of Ursel. Well, yep, there's a lot for you to read. Have at it. Yep, this one, this is the final battle pretty much. Danger on the high seas! You and 2 of your fellow lumens join hands and focus your powers. Your magical training has paid off by allowing you to stage this attempt at a safe distance from the invading vessels of war. There we go. Lumen success, so you do need all of them to be 100%. Far in the distance, you hear the roar of the ocean. You have charmed as it buckles beneath the incoming ships. Opening up a more void into which they tremble helplessly. Then, as they fall, the water rushes back in around them, washing the decks and plummeting holes. Even from so far away you can see the disturbance you have made, rippling through the water. Oh, that's cool, they have an effect now. They didn't have this when I was playing it beforehand. Some of the Shangians may survive, but their threat as an invasion has ended. Boom, bitches! Done, survived that. So she doesn't really need to be that willful anymore to be truth be told. So let's attend some court. So she's pretty fucking happy with herself. Now we'll finish off divination and law. Because I ain't got nothing better to do. So, yep. Nothing more to learn about divination. And, yeah. Finish the law. The magical storms you summoned created giant waves which swept inland as well as out. Damage fucking hell. Damage has been reported along the shoreline from Mazomba down to northern Murray. The beaches are covered with wreck and the bodies of animals, and many fishes and cocklers are missing. Wow. Missing. Are you blaming me? Of course not. Many more lives would have been lost if the fleet had landed. What worries me is these reports are increasing, even long after the events of the battle. More than that, an observatory in Caloris has seen strange shapes in the sea to the west. Something worse than a simple storm may have been unleashed. Does that mean a sea monster? Fucking fucking tentacle monster, Necronomicon type shit. Kraken? I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just gonna stop there. Do 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 do. Yeah, I did just sing Blue's Clues. What of it? Whatever, bitches. So much green. Flattery and public speaking. Sure, why not? Let's roll. Let's roll. Blue sky do, we can do. In the grand hall, your father is waiting for you. Our fears have been realized. A kraken has risen! A kraken? An enormous tentacled sea monster which can dive and surface at will. It is vast, voracious, and apparently unkillable. Any ship that ventures into its range is at risk. This could destroy Nova's shipping. What can we do? Do we just wait and hope it goes away? No. Quite unexpectedly, the priestess strides into the room. What are you doing here? I came to bring the records of the circle so that you would know what you face. Left alone, the beast will feed until the scenes run red, and only then it will sleep. It will cost hundreds of thousands of lives. Question mark! Question, wow. Can you tell I'm tired? Exclamation mark! There are only two ways to end its threat. Loom and spell weaving can freeze a kraken in its tracks, holding it motionless, but only for a short time. If the spell is renewed every moon, giving the beast no time between castings to move freely, it should eventually sleep. How long would that take? Approximately 7 years. Years? That bitch got no time for that. But if at any point the spell is cast is too weak or is not renewed in that time, it will break loose. And the treasure would be drained keeping up such a routine. What is the other way? It is well known that eldritch beasts can be driven out by sacrifice. The life force of a lumen or potential lumen on the cusp of adulthood would be the ideal choice. No, you will not take my daughter. You see, Elodie, this is why I told you to reject them. They are all witches. Even without her mother's crystal, she would have still been a potential lumen. Keeping her ignorant would not have kept her safe. I will not allow this. The choice belongs to the queen. Me. I am going to seal it, because if you sacrifice, then you get one of the death endings, and so close to the end, it's not something you want. So I'm going to try to seal it. We'll have to do our best to seal the kraken away, no matter how long it takes. After all, isn't that what our magic is for? To defend the world from darkness? Now it's starting to sound like Sailor Moon. I will teach you the necessary spells. You must arrange the transportation. Very well. Okay, so maybe going back, if we had raised the taxes, then it may have helped. But, you know, I wasn't thinking about that at the time, so whatever. So let's get rid of the depressiveness. She is willing. Grand. Classes. Just do that again because I don't care. At this point in the game, I'm kind of like, everything's kind of done. So, yeah. There we go. So, remember kiddos, imitation is a form of flattery, mimicry is fucking insulting, okay? Time has slipped by you so quickly. Only 2 weeks remain before your birthday celebration, and your official coronation as queen. Have you done enough to build a stable Nova? The first of your soon-to-be regular voyages has now set out with Celine on board. She appears to have some special affinity with the sea water, which makes her best choice to guide a vessel while it hunts for the elusive beast. After all, you have to find it before you can enchant it. Duh. It is traditional for the palace to provide entertainment and refreshment for the common people when a new monarch is crowned. It is a rare opportunity for the poor of the land to dine like nobles. The size and scope of any such feast depends on what expense the royal treasury is willing to bear. Oh my god, we actually get to choose. I haven't done this before, so I don't know how much. See, this is going to be difficult, okay? Because, you know, fucking Kraken needs money. Now they want to celebrate. Like, bros, just have, like, street parties. Like, everywhere, like we did in England when the war ended. Because clearly, you know, I was around there. Of course. I don't know what one to do. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to have a respectable feast because, you know, I don't want them to rebel. I want them to be happy. As is my job as, you know, a soon-to-be queen. But I also need the money to, you know, be able to send myself out. Yeah. Basically. I'm sure we can afford to give everyone in the city some bread and sausage and a bit of cake. Dear Lord, I hope that's alright. Some of this is new. You attend services in the Castle Grove, letting peace, blah blah blah. So, yeah. I don't know how I wish there was something to tell you how your commoner approval is, because surely that, you know, if you are a queen, you would have someone to to fucking help, or to tell you rather. I'll do that and done and go, whatever. Oh, I don't know what to do here. Oh, no, I know what I could have done. I could have done decoration. Because, yeah, she gets all dressed up and stuff. So, yeah. My bad. The castle is buzzing with preparations for your upcoming coronation. Ministers press you with details for your favourite colours and flowers and so on. You really can't see the point of wasting your time worrying about decorations when there's so much else to worry about. Others are more interested in the subject of your marriage. Whomever you decide to marry will be elevated to the highest ranks of nobility, which could mean a major shift in the balance of power. Therefore, everyone is talking about the top candidates, even though you're under no obligation to marry so young. Talaris, the Duke of Sedna, is one option. Nope. Certainly he expressed interest in marrying you earlier. Your human would bring stronger ties to the domain of Talasi and improve the situation along the Elaf border. Then there was Branian, Duke of Mali. No. Fuck off. A powerful and eligible noble, only about 10 years older than you. There's Linley from Kigal, whom you dance with at the gala. He's only 2 years older than you, and a nice fellow. Yep. He is not the official heir to Kigal. His father has so far refused to name one, waiting to see which of his children is the most talented and dedicated to the duchy. But whether he inherits it or not, he will at least have strong ties to the region. There is little Adair, the eventful Duke of Elaf, although at 12 he's only a child. At least he's almost old enough to understand the concept of romance. Some people think you ought to marry Grinnell's half-brother, Ancient, and it's not ancient, but Anciet, who hasn't even turned 9 yet. There are 2 or 3 minor earls around your age of 20 who might be possible alternatives, and of course could decide to you could decide to ignore noble traditions entirely and marry a commoner, if you were prepared to deal with the uproar. While you need to marry eventually, you are still very young. You could put this decision off until later. However, a clear succession contributes to the stability of your domain. Are you leaning towards any option? Yep. I am going to go with Linley. There's no time to pursue that thought at the moment, but perhaps in the future. And this is the last week, so literally you have to kind of just get in whatever the hell you want now, pretty much. So I'm just gonna do meditation and fucking meditation, whatever. Boom. Done. At this time last year, you were celebrating your 14th birthday. You were in the school garden, surrounded by your friends. A teacher brought you tea and cakes, while a wealthy merchant's son waved you a crown of flowers for your head. It didn't matter so much that you were a princess then. Your title was something for the future. Many of your peers would be duchesses or earls or the like, someday, but not then. You were children. Your parents could not attend on the actual day, but they did send wonderful gifts, some for you and some for you to share. And a week later, they came for a visit, and your mother took you with her through the countryside in a splendid carriage. Oh, it was the last time you would ever see her. You wonder if, wherever she is, she can see you now. You are 15 years old, a legal adult. You have worked and studied and suffered and prepared, and now is the time to come. Now the time has come. Blah, blah, blah. You kneel before the priestess, barely hearing her words as she recites the blessings. Look at how pretty she looks. She calls upon the gods to deliver peace, wisdom, and prosperity to you, and through you to all of Nova. And then she calls upon you for your oath of rulership. Priestess of the First Circle. Will you guide and govern and protect your people to the best of your ability according to the law and custom? Oh, here's something I want to show. If you look here, it still says Crown Princess of Nova and single and all of that. So it goes, I will. And will you, to the best of your power, uphold the ideals of love, honor, justice, and mercy? I will. Lords and ladies assembled, I present to you your undoubted queen who has sworn you her loyalty. You who have come to give homage, will you do the same? One at a time, the head of each duchy approaches your throne and kneels to swear on his or her service to you and your heirs. People of Nova, I give you Elodie, daughter of Fidelia, your true sovereign. What say you all? Long live the Queen! Long live the Queen! Long live the Queen! Thank you, I will. And then if I go here, it's now changed to Queen of Nova. So I like the fact that they haven't just kind of gone, this is the cutscene, you will change it now. I like the fact they actually waited until the story actually told us, he's or she's now the queen. Also, if you look on here, father, now that she's been crowned, he is now King Dowager. Thank you, I will. Love heart, closing. So, yep. This is the ending part, which I haven't actually seen before. So we are going to read and see this together. So, once his daughter was secure on her throne, Jocelyn returned to his birthplace to focus on his duties as Duke of Caloris. He was pursued by many women, but showed little interest in remarrying, directing them instead to his brother, the Duke of Mambosa. fucking... Fuck my life. Mazumba. Mazumba. Why can't I read weird words today? Fucking my life. Look at that tentacle. Wow. The Queen and her trusted lumens sailed out every week to check on the condition of the kraken and reinforce the seals. It was inevitable that others would discover their secret and blame them for it. After all, the old Novian capital had rendered uninhabitable by monstrous lumen experiments. What the fuck is wrong with me? A tentacled beast from the deep was just more of the same. You see, I don't like it when it's like, oh, it's all your fault, and then you would kind of turn around and be like, yeah, if I hadn't, bro, then you would probably be dead right now, and your family and everything, and your house would be burnt down and stuff. What is this? And Novan people were not the only ones to notice the increased naval traffic and the frequent absences of the young Lumen Queen. Pirates from Orcus stepped up their raids in the area, hoping to take Elodie hostage and ransom her for fortune. The Queen was forced to engage in even larger naval escorts to make her regular trips to the binding site, and the Novan economy struggled under the burden. Elodie proposed marriage to Linley of Cagal. It was accepted. Linley was a studious and gentle soul who treated his queen like a valuable manuscript, careful never to smudge or tear her. Sometimes that protectiveness frustrated Elodie, but other times it was good to feel cherished. Over the years, Linley and Elodie became the parents to 4 children, not nearly as large as Linley's own family, but certainly enough to go around. And thus, Queen Elodie's legacy stretched on into the future. Ta-da! And then, yep, so thank you Hanako Games, Spiky Caterpillar, and all of these wonderful people. This was my playthrough, or my walkthrough, I guess, because I made it to the end in one go. Well, I saved, but still, whatever. If you enjoy this walkthrough and want to see more, leave a like and a comment and subscribe, please. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.